Okay, turn these guys on. Everything's all set up. Hi. Alright guys. So, being a collectibles channel, I thought today I'd go through some collectibles I have and some of my prize sets, such as my Pikachu set, and specifically inside my Pikachu set, I do have a whole set of cards of Pikachu, but specifically the set that I've only seen completed maybe, I know there's a lot of people that have completed this set, but publicly, I think there's only been a handful of these sets actually completed. That one was a little bit better because it was all search, was all lined up, PSA 10, but I finally completed, and this was probably last year, a full PSA 10 Poncho Pikachu set. It's very difficult to acquire and have the cash ready to have all these cards, but at the end of the day, I wanted to complete a set of mine that was obtainable and that wasn't as crazy as, like, say, some people want to go for gold stars, full PSA PSA 10 gold star set, that's insane, but a PSA 9 gold star set, that's pretty somewhat obtainable, and it probably, a full PSA 9 set of gold stars probably would come around the same price point as a full Poncho Pikachu set, which is kind of crazy to think about, and maybe even a little bit less. Obviously, the biggest guys would be the Rayquaza Gold Star, and then obviously the Torchic and the Latios. I think those are the most expensive gold stars. And up there, the Mew and Pikachu. But regardless, I didn't really want to complete, a full base set, PSA 10 set, a full, Japanese Pokemon Center PSA 10 set, or Shining's PSA 10 sets, whatever. I kind of sat down and wanted to do somewhat more modern full PSA 10 set, and I think it was maybe 3 years ago I finally decided to, like, okay, let me see if I could do a Poncho Pikachu full PSA 10 set. Back before creating this channel in 2021, 2020, I kind of viewed Poncho Pikachus as like overhyped and all this, like, oh, it's just everyone's kind of chasing after it, and it's always the stonk dog 69 or whatever that's wants to get all these Poncho Pikachus. But after going through and finding out more about certain Poncho Pikachu cards, like the 274, 275 XY-P, which you had to actually be in a tournament, and you had to, I think it wasn't a tournament, it was technically like it was a Pokemon Center tournament, but you had to beat, I think, 3 people in a row, like with the card game, or get so many points, and then you were given one of these as like a semi-prize card, as they call it. And so you have 4 Poncho Pikachus with the Rayquaza, and then the other one was the Diancie, Lopunny, and then another one, but the 3 Poncho Pikachus, and they may seem, like, oh, what is this card comparatively to like a full art Poncho Pikachu, but I really liked the set cohesion of all the Poncho Pikachus because they were all done by the same person. Same thing with Gold Stars, in the sense of all the Gold Stars were completed by one person, illustrated by one person. So I kind of went on this journey of collecting all the Poncho Pikachus. It's funny, the last 2 Poncho Pikachus that I was trying to get, which was the Rayquaza and Shining Rayquaza, you can actually see, if you go back, way back in my videos, that those were 2 that I originally got and then sold. So it's funny, kind of came full circle, where I was collecting all these Poncho Pikachus, and the last 2 to complete was both Rayquazas. So I finally completed it. It was maybe a year ago. Maybe it was no. It was in, oh, what was that? No, it was in June. It was in the New Jersey Collecticon. I was trying to find the Rayquazas, and I didn't want to spend any more money. I was like, oh man, where are these cards? I want to try to trade up for whatever. And recently, a Gold Star Charizard PSA 9 came along my desk. And I was like, okay, I think I can do this. So I traded that with, I think, a little bit of cash and I got both PSA 10 Poncho Pikachus. And some people may scoff at that, like, oh, why'd you trade a Gold Star Rayquaza for two super modern cars? I'm like, I'm just trying to complete a collection. Don't get out your pitchforks. But finally completed. I wanted to showcase it today. So let me reposition the camera and we can go into my Poncho Pikachu full PSA 10 set collection. Hey guys, so here on my desk I have my beautiful The Wave little artwork, little mat. I love this thing, but this is a different view. You know, normally you see my face and I'm talking to you guys for like 30 minutes. Well, and I'm going to talk with you and you aren't going to see my face, you're going to see my hands. And I'm very expressive with my hands, so you're going to see that. But regardless, today again I wanted to show you my Poncho Pikachu collection and kind of wanted to go through it chronologically. I know a lot of people don't do chronological order kind of reviews or you know, collection pieces, but this is really suiting because there are certain Poncho Pikachus that went out at the very beginning that they weren't really called Poncho Pikachus, and then toward the end they were Poncho Pikachus that I feel are Poncho Pikachus that weren't really given that name. So I wanted to go through chronologically, and to start it all off, you had the Mega Tokyo event in Tokyo, where at the Pokemon Center that has the Mega Tokyo, which obviously is in Tokyo, they released this card, which is the Mega Tokyo's Pikachu in 2014. It's XY promo 098 XY-P. So it was like the beginning somewhat of obviously the beginning of the XY era. And if you went to the store, Tokyo store, you have the nice little promo stamp right there of the Mega Charizard. If you went there and bought anything, I think either you bought anything or you just showed up, they gave out these cards. This was the first ever Poncho Pikachu and half art. And it is around $150, $200, something of that sort in a PSA 10. But anyway, you didn't have to do anything special. You just showed up, they gave you the card, and this kind of started off the whole Poncho Pikachu collection. They have some really cool artwork or some really cool pieces that sold along with this. They had a huge, I'll show a picture here, but a Mega Tokyo Charizard, Poncho Pikachu Charizard, and it's like a music box. It's really cool, kind of rare, really neat. But anyway, this is the first one in 2014, and this was the last one in 2014. They only released one. So moving on to 2015, you have quite a bit that came out, and you have the true first Poncho Pikachu full art as you know them today. You have first the box, the special box that came out of that had both the Magikarp and the Gyarados. Full art Poncho Pikachus. Again, have them both in a PSA 10. And they just have all the sparkles on them, and they have the full Poncho getup, and this really sparked a huge kind of trend going into that. So they had the XY-P 151 and 150. They both again came in the same box, packaged together, and that box, I think it goes for $4,000, maybe a little bit more, but I think I'm pretty sure in these both they are around $2,100, $2,500 for each of them in a PSA 10. So first of many Poncho Pikachus, and if you look closely, you can see, let me see if we get the full, oh, I was probably holding up too high. You get the full Pokeball right here. You got the Pokeball, just regular Pokeball right there, and I'm pretty sure that's the Quick Ball for Aqua. I don't think there's an Aqua Ball. I think it's just Quick Ball, you know, a Great Ball. Yeah, I'm not in my rhetoric of Pokeballs, but very cool. Have a little Pokeballs right here. All these, again, I didn't mention this, but they are, and this goes in the next card, they're all designed by Koki Saito. Koki Saito is the illustrator of all the Poncho Pikachus. And so that goes into our next card, which is, again, another one in 2015. But this one, I actually have two versions of them. One's signed, one's not. 2015 Poncho Pikachu. Again, this is another one where these were given just at all Pokemon centers in 2015. It did not matter that you went to one or the other. They were given in all of them, and they are, quote unquote, the most prevalent in, not the least amount of money, but the most prevalent because they were kind of like the cheapest. I remember someone telling me a story that they went to Worlds in 2017, and some people were selling these for like $4 a pop because they were that many of them out there. This is 203 XY-P, and again, I got this guy signed by Koki Saito, but this is his I forgot the name, but it's pretty much the Japanese lettering. I also have another one in the future that has the English, his English signature. So there we go. That was the last one in 2015 that released. Then we move on to the best year for Poncho Pikachus. Best year by far, the 2016 Poncho Pikachu lineup. You got all the heavy hitters. We'll start with number one. What's behind number one? So this one is pretend Team Grunt. Some people say, oh no, it's not Poncho Pikachus, they're pretend Pikachus, they're pretend different teams. Okay, yeah, technically, yeah, sure. But I kind of view them as Poncho Pikachus. And they are pretty cool. They are all dressing up as all the teams. So you got Flare, Skull, Grunt, Team Rocket, Gaza or Galaxy, I forgot. But 2016, and this came in another box, and it came with this bad boy. So this is a full art Poncho Pikachu Skull Pikachu, and this guy is blinged out. Love him. And I got him in a nice black bumper in the what is it, the graded guards, not graded bumpers, graded guards. So PSA 10. This is now the SM-P. This is 013, and I guess it's kind of out of order because this is, all the others are still in the XY era, but this is more toward the end of the Poncho Pikachu lineup, even though there are some after this one. So 2016 Skull Poncho Pikachu. And then we got the next one. What is it? Oh, we got the Rayquaza. So we got the shiny Rayquaza. This came out in the Rayquaza Poncho Pikachu box set. Again, in 2016, there was a ton of different box sets. It was phenomenal with the different promotions they were having, this being one of them. And this came out in a box that had both the shiny and the non-shiny variant. Fun fact, this was actually my last set, the set of two I needed to complete my Poncho Pikachu collection. I actually traded both of these, or I traded my Gold Star Charizard PSA 9 for both of these. And some people are like, oh, that's so stupid, or why did you do that? Or like, well, I wanted to complete my collection, and it's something that I could do, and I didn't have to pay cash for these two. So both of these go for $2,500, and maybe a little bit more for the shiny. I know I haven't really said that for all the others. Again, around that same price point. I think these are more in the 25, 15. I know this guy's like 800. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter about the price because this is all my personal collection. All right, next one, we got this one's a little weird. You may look at it like, hey, what the heck? Why, this isn't Poncho, this is just plain old Pikachu. What are you doing? Well, I included it because it actually came in a box that each of them had one of these guys in them. So we have the Mega Y Poncho Pikachu Charizard. There was a Charizard Y and a Charizard X card, or X box, promo box again, that had these cards in them. And you got in a pack, and they had, one full art had one of these guys in them. So I thought, I was like, oh, why not throw them in the collection? And so we got 206 XY-P, 208 XY-P. And then we'll go on to the next one, which I'll bring this one back because we got the Mega X. This is the shiny Charizard Poncho Pikachu. It's or Mega, sorry. These are Mega, not the original one. Like I said, this is just the Charizard. No, this is the Mega Charizard as well because he has the 3 horns. But yeah, this is the full art version of Mega Charizard, and this one was the X Mega Charizard. And these are actually, these two right here are technically the most expensive, versions, because they only came in one box, you didn't have both of these in one box. Each of them had a different box. Both of them came with this card as well, which is this card for its coming in a box as expensive. These, they aren't that cheap. They aren't that expensive at all. They're like $100, like super cheap. But regardless, you got one of these Mega X and Mega Y. Again, these were one of the last ones I collected, Mega X and Mega Y, just because they're so darn expensive. And then next in the lineup, you got, the best promotion that's ever was. You got the Luigi, and I'll bring out the other one, the half art Luigi, half art Mario, Poncho Pikachus. This came out, these both came in 2 different boxes. One had Mario, one had Luigi. They had sleeves in them as well as a deck box. They, again, are one of the best promotions Pokemon's ever done. 2 humongous IPs, obviously Nintendo, Mario, and Pokemon Pikachu. So still, these cards go for crazy prices. I think in a PSA 10, both of them together, I think recently sold for $3K for both of them. And then might as well unveil these guys. We got the Mario and Luigi full art. These recently sold for, I think, $12K for both of them together. So if you're looking at collecting the whole set, it's going to be a whopping $15K for all of them, which is quite a penny. I actually bought these. I did a video on the channel. I bought the boxes. I opened them up. I graded them. They all graded PSA 10. So very grateful for that. You could have them jumping toward each other, or you can have them jumping away. Pretty cool. So these, again, the best promotion that's ever happened with Pokemon and Nintendo. And then, so again, those are the 293, 294, 295, 296 XY-HP. And then we go into the next. How can you follow up on that? Well, these are a little weird. For those who aren't as versed in Poncho Pikachu, like, what the heck? What are those guys? Well, these are a little bit different. These are Poncho Pikachus, yes, and this may be the first time you've been seeing these, but these are pretty special. These are prizes, tournament prizes. Not so much tournament prizes, just prize cards, meaning that you had to win, I think it was so many points in a row. You had to beat someone in the TCG at a certain event, at a certain Pokemon Center event. I think you had to win 3 games in a row or a little bit higher, and you got one of 2 of these cards. And these people call them even though there's a Rayquaza there, which is pretty funny. Yeah, people don't really I call this one Diancie because it has Diancie right in the middle, but you got pretty kind of, obviously this is Ampharos. Forgot what the Pokemon that is, and that's Glade. That's the Gardevoir's evolution. Gardevoir's over there, but I forgot the middle evolution for Gardevoir. But yeah, Rayquaza. But you have these guys. They are prize cards, so they're very interesting cards and very hard. Like, they're not holographic or anything. They're just hard to get and hard to grade. I actually graded these myself, as you can see the cert number 35 and 38. Graded them myself. They were incredibly hard to grade. I got these from Japan specifically, and as cards becoming harder and harder to get and acquire from Japan, they're even harder to grade from Japan. And then you have the last one in 2016. You got the 204 XY-HP, similar to these guys where they're tournament cards, prize cards. This is also a prized card. This one either was a little bit harder to acquire, but this is the Mega Charizard Poncho Pikachu chasing a little Dedenne. And I actually got it signed. I didn't personally get it signed. I bought this as is, but it was signed by Koki Saito in his English characters. And sadly, the person who graded this graded the signature as well. So got a 7, but I don't care because it's a Gem Mint 10. I may crack this. Probably won't crack because that's kind of dumb just for a letter grade, but if he was smart, he would have been just the authentic. But whatever, I think there's only 3 of these ever graded by PSA as in the signature. Some people like the signatures, some people don't like the signatures. I like signatures on half cards because it's not like this is blocking any type of view of the artwork. It's a great card to get a signature. So I don't like people, you know, signing full art cards. It's kind of dumb to me, but at the end of the day, people do what they want to do. And this is the last one that came out in 2016. And we move on to 2017. There were only 3 cards that came out that I qualify as Poncho Pikachus. And we'll go into the first one. We got the Vulpix. We got the Vulpix Poncho Pikachu, and it's the summer Vulpix Poncho Pikachu, and we also have the winter Poncho Pikachu. These were one of the last true ones, Poncho Pikachus. And again, they have the little Pikachu, Pokeball right there. They came in a special box, 2 of them together. Beautiful, beautiful little box. But yeah, got these. Again, these were, I sold these a long time ago, and then I'm like, oh man, I gotta get them back for my Poncho Pikachu collection, and they are just adorable. Literally, just adorable. Some people are like, oh man, it's just Pikachu dressed as a different Poncho, and the same thing. It's not like a crazy good art or whatever, but I like the simplicity. I like the continuation of the trend all throughout the different the Poncho set. And if you're going to collect, you know, 3 of them, might as well collect them all. So, and then we got the last one. We got the Toku's Pikachu. This one was a Pokemon Center. It has Victini, Rowlet, and Pikachu on it. It was in Toku's. Probably mispronounced it, but it was a reopening. So you see this a lot in Japan. When there's a Pokemon Center reopening, they release a special card. So this one was obviously Pikachu dressed as a Rowlet. So very, very cool. I'm pretty sure, I'm gonna hate myself if I got that name wrong, but the owl Pokemon should be Rowlet. So this was the last 2017, pretty late for a Poncho Pikachu. After this, there were really no more Poncho Pikachus. And this was a goal of mine to complete the full Poncho Pikachu set for a long, long time. It just took a long, long time to do so because of how much capital it takes to acquire all these Poncho Pikachus. And as well as the timing and resourcing. I mean, it is such a task to really just grind down and just get all these out, especially the cost of capital. I mean, what you're looking at right here is around like, you know, 40 to 50K, honestly, of all these Poncho Pikachus. So not many people can acquire and or grade and have these Poncho Pikachus just sitting around in their house. But for me, I see it as an absolute win to have a full, complete set of Poncho Pikachus, and it just fits in my collection goal. So there you go. Full Poncho Pikachu PSA 10 set. That will be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you guys later.